Hey guys, welcome to the DirtSheets.com Royal Rumble review. I'm Zach Brown. With me as always, David Martell.
Yep.
This is going to be the first of our series of reviews after we did our end of 2012 awards. We just watched the Royal Rumble. Happened this past
couple days ago.
Not
just now.
Right. You're right. Yeah, it didn't just happen. We're going to be reviewing the Royal Rumble in this video, and we're also going to be reviewing Monday Night Raw. And then we're going to be covering a little news item with Brock Lesnar. Little news with his contract, so we're going to talk about that. So let's start at the top with the Royal Rumble. It's a big deal. There's a lot going into this event.
And not a lot coming out.
Yeah, you could say that.
No, I do. I said it.
Okay, so the night started off with Alberto Del Rio versus Big Show. They had a last man standing match. What did you think?
Going into this match, I was like, I'm going to fall asleep. I'm going to be the first man down. I'm out for 10 seconds.
I had no idea you felt that way.
I'm not a big fan of the Big Show or Del Rio, so
yeah.
I'm definitely not a fan of Del Rio's face turn, so coming into this match, I was like, no. But I was
I'm okay with it.
Saying that, I was pleasantly surprised that for the majority of the match, it was a very solid match. I did, however, hate the ending with the duct tape. It's been done. Batista, John Cena did the same thing. John Cena taped Batista to the turnbuckle, but same thing. It's the same thing.
I liked the match all the way up until the very end. That ending, I never liked that kind of thing. It especially feels weird when Alberto Del Rio is a solid face right now. So that is a heel tactic, and I just don't understand.
Solid face now.
You don't think he's 100% face?
No. He's 100% face. He's not. He's solid.
No. Yeah, I didn't mean to say he's. You said he's solid. No, I meant you said solidly face.
It's pretty good.
Solidly face. So I just didn't understand. You're using a clear heel tactic to win. That doesn't make sense at all.
John Cena.
I liked their stuff when they went on the stage. That part with the light tubes. That was cool.
When Big Show chokeslammed him off the entrance set piece
into a table.
That was cool.
I liked that.
Looked like Del Rio could have got hurt.
Honestly, I liked the match. I was fine with it.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was a good way to open the show. It was fine. Past that, was it Team Hell No versus Road Scholars?
I believe so.
Yeah. I'll say this match was okay. I think it was probably the least entertaining out of the matches on the card. At least interesting. There wasn't much going into it. And I felt it was predictable that Hell No would have won. I did predict it.
I'm extremely disappointed in this match.
Were you really?
I thought it could have been a lot better. With the guys who are in this match,
yes.
I was expecting a better quality match. Could have had more time, and it was forgettable. It was just forgettable.
It was.
When you look at this card, that's the match you're not going to remember.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because I feel like you have 4 very solid wrestlers. Even Kane is solid. And they just didn't perform to what I expect. And I might be a little harsher critic when it comes to these guys, but I was expecting a lot better.
It was about what I expected, and I understand what you mean. Yeah, it is forgettable if you look at the night as a whole. Yeah, for sure. And that's all there is to say about that, I think. What was next? Was it just the Royal Rumble right after that?
Was there only 4 matches on this card?
Was there a 5th?
Wow, we're really good.
Yeah, I know. Right. I'm not going to stop and look it up, but let's just go ahead and move on to the
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. Okay. First of all, I marked out so hard when Jericho came out as number 2. I literally audibly screamed during our Royal Rumble viewing party. No, I was just like, ah!
No, I'm wrong. Like a little girl.
Oh, thanks.
Girl.
You're a huge Jericho fan too. What are you talking about?
I don't scream like a girl.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, I was extremely excited.
We talked about this beforehand, and I was telling you, if Jericho comes out, you're going to mark out. You're like, I don't know if he's just going to come and then not do it. You acted like you would have been disappointed.
I would have only been disappointed if it's like a one-shot deal, a la RVD or something, But anyway, ultimately, I was very happy. And I especially didn't expect it as number 2. I would have expected it maybe number 30 or number 20 or something, but not number 2.
Well, and the fact that he lasted almost the entire match.
I think he was almost the Iron Man.
I think they said 47 minutes, 45 minutes.
He did
with Ziggler. You know, he got his little swan song at the end where he got to take out everybody. So yeah, Jericho's definitely awesome.
He was awesome.
I also really liked Goldust coming out.
That was great. Their
little altercation with Cody Rhodes was really good. I enjoyed that. I did not enjoy The Godfather. I will say
that was such a
not
waste of
that
time.
I dislike The Godfather, but it's like, what is the point if he's just going to get eliminated instantly?
Exactly.
You know?
0 points.
So that
not going to do anything.
I said they should have brought back The Goodfather because that would have been a swerve.
Should have brought back Gilbert.
Gilbert would have been at least interesting. I could get behind Gilbert.
Yeah, look, just bring back anyone, but have them do something. You know what I mean? But so that was kind of just a missed opportunity. And his music never stopped. I don't know if you noticed that. It was just like
he walks in, walks
out. Yeah, done. Let me see. Any other notable spots? What did you think of? There's two spots that I found interesting of people that were almost eliminated but weren't quite yet. Yeah. That is Kofi with his chair spot. Well, he at first jumped to the desk, right? Mm-hmm. And tried to make it back with a chair.
Well, he jumped on Tenzai, didn't he?
Oh, is that what he did?
He jumped on Tenzai to the desk.
That sounds right, yeah.
And he looked stranded.
Right, yeah. And then somehow got back with the chair. I was so worried that chair was going to break or he was just going to stumble off of it and it would have been a wasted spot.
I was unimpressed. Because the stuff
compared to maybe the handstand
last year, and then the stuff that John Morrison did.
Yeah.
You know, not that they always have to do these spots, but you know,
I was expecting it.
I thought he was going to jump from the table to the ring. That would have been awesome.
Well, I mean, I was satisfied with it. I was. Because how do you do that? Like,
if he would have jumped from there to there, I would have been like, okay, this is freaking amazing.
Well, so the other moment is Daniel Bryan turns on Kane, eliminates him from the Rumble, and then Daniel Bryan jumps into his arms, is not quite yet eliminated, and
his arms like AJ.
Right? Yeah, seriously, like AJ on Kane. I thought that was really hilarious. I mean, it didn't last long. I mean, Bryan was eliminated by Kane in the end, but I thought that was a good entertaining spot.
I did want Kane to put him back in the ring.
Yeah, for sure.
That's only because I'm a huge Daniel Bryan fan.
I know, yeah, it sucked to see him go. So with that, let's go ahead and just talk about the winner of the Royal Rumble. So yeah, John Cena won his second Royal Rumble. First one was in 2008.
Once this happened, it was all downhill.
I know. Once you see John Cena win, you know
The Rock's going to win.
Yeah.
So when John Cena wins, you're extremely disappointed. If you're me, because I want someone new to win every year. Mm-hmm. I'm just how it is. It's how I like it.
Me too.
Maybe it's cooler back in the day to see Stone Cold win it so many times, and Shawn Michaels and whatever.
Yeah.
But I like to see a new guy win or someone who's getting established win because it's more interesting, you know.
Yeah.
And it just for me, I predicted John Cena to win. Not that I wanted it to happen.
I wanted Ryback to win.
I don't want Ryback to win.
I thought John Cena was the more obvious choice, but I just predicted based
totally
on
called the Final Four. And I've done this several years.
You have?
I called Final Four, and John Cena, it's just like, okay.
It was a good Final Four, by the way.
It was probably a good Final Six.
Yeah.
I mean, they had all the top guys who you would expect to be there in them, so that's just how it is.
Yeah. Really killed me. I mentioned how I screamed when Jericho came out. I audibly let out a huge yell when freaking John Cena won. I was very upset.
This was almost as disappointing for me as when Rey Mysterio won. Because
I don't know what's worse. I'm not sure.
Both times I came out of that pay-per-view just like, why?
Yeah, seriously.
This is supposed to be the road to WrestleMania, and I'm not looking forward to it.
I know. I was very disappointed.
Because John Cena doesn't need to win Royal Rumble. He's John Cena.
No, he doesn't. That's the thing.
He could have
just challenged The Rock.
Exactly.
That's what killed me.
If that would have happened, I'd been like, well, typical John Cena. Why do you have to take
someone's
spot?
Well, they want to set it up in the grandest way possible, I think. So.
Not cool.
I know. But I don't know, it just kills me. And then finally, just real quick while we still have time, I think we have about 2 minutes left, or just over a minute. Let's talk about The Rock winning.
Once John Cena won, you knew The Rock was going to win. It was just that obvious.
Did you like the match, actually?
I was not impressed.
I wasn't that impressed either.
I was expecting better. And I had the same feeling with John Cena and The Rock, which it was good, but it could have been better. I felt like it should have been better. And this one I thought would even be better than that, and it was just kind of disappointing. I don't know if it was because The Rock won, or if it was just too slow, or the stupid shenanigans with the Shield or whatever. It just wasn't for me. I wasn't really into it, and once Rock won, it's like, man, here's twice in a lifetime. We're getting the same match for next year, but they have to give him the title this time. Right. The title has to be there.
CM Punk dominating almost the entire match, maybe 70% of the match is not the best format for that match for me.
And plus,
I felt Rock should have been getting more offensive.
It sucks for them too, because that failed table spot where the table collapsed before he got the move off. It's just, just wasn't good.
All right, so let's go ahead and give our review of the overall show with all those matches in mind. Okay, so you already have written up a Royal Rumble review.
Yes.
And you can go to dirtsheets.com and read David's more in-depth review. This is more of a short video.
You don't have to watch this video. You just read it.
Right. But we're each going to give our own separate reviews. So what do you give it out of 10?
I gave it a 5. What really gets me at this is that it wasn't bad wrestling. I wasn't disappointed so much in the wrestling as the outcome. I was disappointed in the outcome because, the Royal Rumble is my second favorite pay-per-view of the year.
Mine too,
and
for sure.
Maybe my favorite match because, there's so, sometimes there's mystery to it, and just seeing all these superstars fight for this opportunity. It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
And you always want it to be good. You always want a good guy to win. And but this pay-per-view was just so disappointing for me and a lot of our friends too. To see not only CM Punk's incredible title reign end like this, because I feel like it should have ended at WrestleMania. To me, it was bigger than this.
Yeah.
And then to see John Cena win the Royal Rumble as well, been there, done that. We've seen this. We've seen the outcome that we're going to get. We're going to get Rock Cena too.
Yeah.
We already saw
we saw that coming.
Give me new. Give me someone. Put over somebody. No one got put over. It's just overall disappointing. And that's why I give it a 5, because that's how I felt.
Okay. Where I stand on it, I felt that a lot of the matches were entertaining. The problem I had was with a lot of the outcomes. Obviously, like we said, John Cena winning is a huge disappointment. Maybe not for all the wrestling fans. There's a lot of casual fans that are huge John Cena fans. But this is for, people that read dirt sheets, people that read online. Smarts. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. So I don't like John Cena. John Cena's a good wrestler, but at the end of the day, the thing about John Cena is that he's shoved down our throats, and this is just an example, the latest example of that.
Money stacked fat, and he can't turn the sweat off.
Ugh, please don't. So, this is just the latest example of John Cena being shoved down our throats, and with The Rock beating CM Punk, it was very difficult for me personally, just because The Rock was my favorite wrestler throughout the Attitude Era. As I was growing up, The Rock was my favorite of all time, and up until just maybe a year ago, he was still my favorite wrestler of all time. CM Punk has taken that spot now. He is my number one wrestler of all time, and so this match was difficult for me to watch, and even more difficult to see the outcome. On one hand, I really love The Rock. He's a great wrestler, great talker, the whole package. He's The Rock. He's got incredible charisma, but at the end of the day, CM Punk is the best wrestler of this generation, and it just really disappoints me that he had to play second fiddle to The Rock here, and like you said, he deserved to lose it at WrestleMania.
I think we agree that It's not that we're so much disappointed in The Rock winning the WWE title. It's the fact that he beat CM Punk for it.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was anybody else, we would probably be happy. We'd be like, okay,
I think so.
I can get behind this. But for that incredible reign to be over like this instead of in a bigger setting,
especially with the way the arena went dark and all that, and the match gets restarted.
It didn't feel important.
And on a people's elbow.
Oh yeah, even more.
That's like a slap in the face. That's like the icing on the crap cake.
So why do you lose to that?
Yeah. Can't even get a Rock. You even said when that happened, you were like, you can't even end it with a Rock bottom.
That's
you
how
said
it should end.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at The Rock's epic matches, most epic matches with Stone Cold. They did not just end on people's elbows.
No,
at least not that to my knowledge. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I agree.
It was bigger. And they didn't make it big.
Yeah. So because I was entertained during the matches, I liked the event a little bit more. What brings it down for me are solely just the wrong decisions. So I give it a 6 out of 10. So you're in parts unknown territory, and I'm in, I think that's glass ceiling territory.
I'm sure you'll see it behind us.
Yeah. No,
do your magic.
It is behind us.
Magic.
It is. So, all right, now let's talk about Monday Night Raw, the Raw that just happened after Royal Rumble.
On Monday night.
Yeah. Yes, thank you for clarifying.
It's
kind of a mixed bag. This was Raw Roulette. It happened in Las Vegas. I can't decide if I like Raw Roulette.
And that's it.
I really can't. I've never decided if I've ever liked Raw Roulette.
I like the idea behind Raw Roulette, but
it's never executed well. Yeah,
like,
and it's never a
what
real
matches
wheel.
do you not want? Terrible.
Seriously.
I
noticed some of the spots on the wheel are just a question mark, so it's like, clearly there's no plan there.
I like the idea of the 3 separate wheels.
Did they even all get used? I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, I like the one where the wrestlers are on there, and I like the idea behind Raw Roulette. I like the idea behind Raw Roulette, but they do not always execute it right. No. Back in the day when it was Eric Bischoff doing it, I think it was a lot more entertaining.
Sure.
But if there was actual mystery behind it, if it really landed on something and it's like, okay, that is the actual match. Mm-hmm. This is the actual wrestler wrestling this wrestler. I'd be all down for it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing you can't believe really is just that. Okay, are we really going to believe that 2 wrestlers are going to step in the ring, working a match type they haven't really discussed previously?
Or do you believe they really have lingerie that fits Tensai? I mean,
that's a good point. Yeah,
they just have that laying around.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so format aside, night starts off strong. I thought with Orton versus Cesaro.
That was a great match.
That was a great match. I think it was a testing ground for Cesaro.
And they've been doing that a lot with him lately. And like you said while we were watching, they had some chemistry.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
I love
that. Was the most chemistry I've seen with Orton, honestly, in a while.
I love the pace of the match. Mm-hmm. It wasn't too slow, and both men were getting back and forth. Right. It was one of those matches that if it was a bigger deal, you would have had some really fast finish. It got fast at the end and it would have been an awesome ending, but we didn't get that. But we could. There's a potential here. Seeing that, you can see, hey, these guys work well together.
That being said, the ending was really predictable. The whole Miz thing.
Turns around. Once he became the guest draft, you already knew.
Yeah.
I did love the back and forth European uppercuts.
I love that. Yeah. I was like, does Randy do Europeans? And you were like, he does. So
he does it usually once on match,
right?
But you never see him do it that much. And with Cesaro, it was just perfect.
It was, So that's probably my match of the night, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which is kind of disappointing because that means it's downhill from there. But whatever. Okay, so past that, it's just kind of a blur to me. It was just so much stupid crap.
We had Wade Bear versus Bo Dallas. Wade Bear was trying to get his return or his revenge on Bo eliminating him.
Okay, so is Bo Dallas' finisher like a high angle power slam? Is that?
I think that was just.
Did you just get in a power slam?
It was just an instant thing.
But see, I don't like a match ending with a power slam. That's a pin on a power slam.
It was just one of those things. He caught him off guard. That was it.
Okay.
So I don't think it's his finisher. That'd be stupid. I'm not into Bo Dallas, so I think this is stupid. I'm
taking a wait and see approach.
I think there are better people on NXT
Cassie's
could have the spot, and I've never been impressed with Bo Dallas. I've watched him a good amount. I've seen many Bo Dallas matches, and I'm just not impressed.
I'm holding on.
I know. I mean, I'm saying that what I have seen,
right? That's fine.
On NXT, on whatever, I've never really been like, that guy has it.
Right. Okay.
Know? So
that's fine.
Does that mean Wade Barrett's going to lose it to him eventually? Is he going to be part of this Intercontinental Cup? Or there's a lot of question marks behind this Bo Dallas guy.
Yeah, you're right. So we had Tensai and Brodus having the lingerie dance off, whatever. I will say, and I almost hate to admit that, Tensai is actually kind of entertaining in lingerie and dancing, and that was kind of funny. Yeah.
The fact that he
probably the most personality,
ridiculous.
Probably the most personality Tensai has shown since he's been back in WWE.
Tensai's not a bad wrestler.
Well, when has he ever talked? Also, this is probably the first time.
He hasn't had a chance to talk or do anything. I feel like he could be good. He just hasn't had that. They haven't given him the opportunity to be good.
Okay, that's fine. And then the big overarching storyline was the Paul Heyman Vince McMahon run-in. I guess we can get to that at the very end. I mean, there were other things like the Jericho Ziggler stuff. I liked that.
I hope that's WrestleMania storyline. I hope it goes.
I'd be down.
I want to see those guys wrestle. If Ziggler gets the rub from Jericho, that's great. Let it happen. I'm down for that. Yeah. I love Chris Jericho. Mm-hmm. I think I can say with both of us, he's in our top 5 of all time. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And Jericho's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's back. That's all it is for me. I mean, will he stay a face? That's
always a question. If he's feuding with Ziggler, I think he will stay face.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. With Ziggler for sure. Okay. Past that, the John Cena promo I thought was terrible, absolutely awful. Let's say the most basic things.
It's every John Cena promo.
It sounds like it's almost like you zoomed in on John Cena and you zoom out and his hand's on a Bible or something. He's like, I, John Cena, solemnly swear to choose the WWE. It's just like, spare me.
It's more like, we already know.
Please. Yeah, seriously.
He has this whole spiel about, The Rock or CM Punk and blah, blah. He doesn't even talk about the world title. So he's not going to choose.
He's kind of buried the world title in a sense. Chris Umchie talked about this. He
said, if I go for the world title, my odds are better.
Yeah.
But if I go for the WWE title,
meaning the competition's not very good with the world title.
That's how he made it seem.
Yeah, so it's just John Cena promos are ridiculously bad these days, I feel. He just says the most basic things that pandering,
love the
stupid
crowd,
jokes.
Y'all got me here.
You get in the way of my prestige as the Black Ops 2. Shut up, dude.
God bless America.
Cultural references, just
weenie jokes, terrible.
JBL is poopy, that
was years ago.
I know, but it's just
then a really old.
The only reason I say that is because that was like a quintessential example of like John Cena is like the least funny person.
That invitational match where he debuted, pandering,
ruthless aggression. Anyway. Okay. So the show ended with Paul Heyman and Vince McMahon. That whole situation where he was giving him a performance review. They show a video where Heyman is talking to Maddox.
He's a mob boss. Gets in his face.
I want this to be a learning experience. He was like, "Are you gonna kiss him?" I'm sorry, I had to have to do that to you.
Are you gonna kiss me? That's the real question.
But it was just like, what is this? I mean,
I love it.
Okay, I will say, Paul Heyman, excellent promo when he said, I have lied every single day of my life to survive, to have a job, and all this other stuff. But I am not lying to you right now.
I love that, because I'm a promoter.
First of all, it went beyond a promo. I mean, I complimented him in that moment, and you were like, it's Paul Heyman. But that was the best of the best of Paul Heyman, I feel.
I can agree with
that was, I don't know, it went beyond a promo, it was then a speech.
I feel like sometimes Paul Heyman is even underrated for the work he does, because if they really invested Paul Heyman on TV, as a TV character, he could be amazing. He could be that Raw GM that you've been wanting to watch. Yes. That great heel Raw GM.
Seriously. I'm glad he wasn't fired.
Well, obviously, because of what happened there.
Right, yeah. Brock Lesnar returning. It's almost like a theme now. Like, hey, after a major show like WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble, we're going to have Brock Lesnar return. I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with it, too. I mean, Brock, he's Brock. He kills people.
Brock is Brock. Yeah.
He came to save Paul Heyman. Yeah. And he did it.
Yeah.
He broke Vince's
pelvis. First of all, you did, I didn't know this news, because we watched it taped, but right when this happened, he said, and he broke his pelvis, and I just had to rewind over and over, just watching. I was belly laughing, just too busy with that. But I mean, obviously, it's a storyline injury.
I thought I read that it was real.
Right, but it is storyline, thankfully.
Whatever. He's old. He broke it.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
terrible bone to break.
what do you end up giving Raw?
I'll give Raw a 6.5 or something.
Okay.
It wasn't terrible, and this is the first Raw in a long time I didn't feel like the 3 hours were boring. I feel like I was pretty entertained throughout the show. But it wasn't great.
I'm conflicted because there were a lot of just throwaway things. Like what was happening with 3-Man Band and Kali?
3-Man Band.
Was that a good segment?
Do you
defend that segment?
Did you see Jinder Mahal's Skinny Jeans?
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal's Skinny Jeans is awesome.
Jinder Mahal Skinny Jeans is not a good segment make. Okay,
it does.
Did you like that segment?
Half of it. Once 3-Man
the latter half.
Once 3-Man Band.
That was atrocious. Anyway. I give the show a 5.5, probably.
Who's the critic now?
For me, the problem was just that there was just... Okay, while there were good things like Lesnar returning and the Heyman speech and Punk's promo...
Punk's promo at the beginning of the show was great.
It was also, great. And Cesaro, Orton, there were bad things. Cena's speech took
was
forever.
Mostly just filler stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, I felt like I did enjoy the show overall. Like I wasn't really bored at all.
I was more entertained by the Royal Rumble, but it is the Royal Rumble. So,
they're two different scales.
What do you want?
I want you to like wrestling. Right?
What do you want?
Zach's not a wrestling fan.
I am a wrestling fan.
What's with that Batman t-shirt?
You know what? I don't always have to show off wrestling shirts.
Impact Wrestling.
Alright, well next time I'll wear a wrestling shirt.
Okay, I'll remember that. He said this.
Alright.
You have to now.
Alright. Okay, and finally, let's go ahead and talk about Brock Lesnar's contract extension.
15 years, $75 million. He only has to show up to 2 pay-per-views out of the whole 15-year contract. What a deal for him.
Yeah, seriously.
Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 39.
So he's signed until 2015.
Yes.
And he has to make 3 pay-per-views a year? Is that what you said?
Supposedly. I don't think they have the specifics of the actual contract, but supposedly he only has to be at 3 pay-per-views each year, which will most likely be WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Which... I mean, good for him. I'm fine with this. I mean, I don't have to have Brock Lesnar on the whole time, but my biggest problem is, will he have consistent storylines? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
That's
probably only going to wrestle big.
With it spread out, how are they going to be able to do that next 2 years where it makes sense?
I have no idea.
And Brock Lesnar just returns to beat up people. You know? Is that his?
Maybe they'll lump them all together one year, and maybe they'll spread them out one year.
I will say this: that we will get to see matches we probably want to see. They're all going to be big matches. Maybe we'll see him go against CM Punk or Randy Orton or who knows?
Undertaker.
Maybe. I mean, there's 2 years for them to make up.
Yeah.
So
I'm interested.
There's a lot of potential for great matches with this, and it's good business. It's good business for WWE to get Brock Lesnar. It's good for Lesnar, obviously, because he's going to make a ton of money doing limited appearances. So, I mean, for both sides, you have to say it's a good deal, whether you like Lesnar or not.
I'm not a huge Lesnar fan, but I admit this is a great deal for WWE. They're probably paying him loads of money.
I imagine they're paying him the exact same as they did for this match.
You don't know that. They might have upped it. to make sure that I mean, well,
it's not like Lesnar's in demand anywhere.
He could have gone back to UFC.
The UFC said they don't. He's never coming back to UFC. I think
Dana
White said that.
I read completely opposite.
I feel like he said that.
I feel like I read Dana White said the door was always
leave it in the comments.
Okay, yeah, sure,
see?
Anyway, so we both agree it's good news. However, they decide to book him and against who, we'll see whether it's Undertaker, John Cena again, CM Punk. I'd like to see CM Punk.
I would too.
Yeah,
I would too.
Brock Rock. That's a term that's been tossed around a lot, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think The Rock will be around every once in a while too.
I don't know. Past this upcoming WrestleMania,
why not? I don't think he has anything. I think he likes doing it.
His Hollywood career is accelerating, I feel.
I know.
Pain and Gain is coming out.
Oh.
G.I. Joe.
Whoa.
We don't know. I mean, that'll be
two great movies.
Look, I don't think we will see them, but they'll probably do over $100 million.
The Rock is now in Smurfs 3, and
look. The Rock is one of the most highest paid. He is one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. That's true. So
they are wasting their money.
Wow! I didn't know you felt this way.
I've never been impressed with a Rock movie ever.
Okay.
I've watched I haven't watched them all. I can admit I haven't watched them all, but I've watched my fair share of Rock movies.
Okay.
And I've not liked any of them.
Okay.
Can honestly say that.
Okay. Fair. Anyway,
personal opinion. If you like the Rock's movies, go ahead and see them.
I like them okay. I mean,
I'm not going to see Pain and Gain. I'm not going to see G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
they both look terrible. So,
okay, that's fine. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to have a few more reviews. We're going to have weekly videos. This is the first of
We're not just going to do reviews.
Yeah. It's going to be news. It's going to be overall opinions.
Random stuff.
Yes.
People like random stuff.
We're going to do games, trivia, all that kind of stuff.
We're going to
compete
dress
with each
up
other.
like wrestlers, have live wrestling matches.
I'm going to put your face through a couple light tubes. I have light tubes around.
If that's what we have to do to get you to watch the show, I will take the light tube to the face.
To the face. Awesome. All right, well, check out dirtsheets.com, guys, for more of this kind of content. And thanks for watching. Keep reading the Dirt Sheets.